know how fear works. I mean, I know I didn't know how fear works. I mean, how the heck does fear work? I mean, I'm just supposed to get through it and figure it out and break through, right? Well, the cool thing is that fear is not as hard as we think. We just have to figure it out. So how many people would love to figure out fear and, like, for the rest of their life? How many people would like to do that? Okay, great. So I'm in the right room. That's good. So I definitely want you to have paper and pen in front of you because I am a life coach. And so we're going to do some work today. We're not just going to talk. You're just not going to listen to me for an hour, even though I can't talk for an hour, trust me. But I really want us to get to work right away. I want us actually to do things. Okay? So first and foremost, let's just talk about fear. Because like I said a minute ago, most of us don't walk around saying, I'm afraid or I'm scared. We write it in the survey. We might write it and have courage to write it in the survey, but we don't talk to our friends like that. Instead, we do say, I'm worried, or I feel guilty, or I feel selfish, or I feel stupid, or I feel lazy, or I procrastinate. I read the surveys beforehand, and people were saying, I procrastinate. I want to be more aggressive, more assertive. I don't want to be so passive. I want to be outgoing. I want to be able to say no. I want to be able to choose me. Me, right? So today, I want to help us take apart fear. Okay? So I want to tell you right now that fear has a job. It has a lovely job. It has a great job. Fear has the best job of all. Fear's job is to keep you safe. That's its job. So I want you to write that down right now. Fear's job is to keep me safe. It's to keep me safe and protected. It wants to keep me safe and protected because it loves you. It loves you. It thinks you are just the cutest thing in the world. It just loves you. But it doesn't know how to protect you or keep you safe except by being fear. It doesn't know any other way. It only knows how to do it. It only knows how to do it one way, and that's to get you fearful. And again, for all of us, we show up fearfully in different ways. Some of us worry. Some of us can't say no. Some of us worry about what other people think of us. I know nobody in this room, right? Some of us are worried about looking selfish. Right? So we all have our ways that we stay stuck, okay? That we stay frustrated. Now, just as a caveat, I know that everybody in this room is fearless in some way in their life already. You're already fearless in some way of your life. You're already fearless. It might be career, that you're kicking butt, taking names. It might be your relationship where you love your husband or wife. You love your kids, you love your mate, you love them. Or you might really get it together with health or your family or your friends. It might really be great. So I want you to put that area aside today. So the area that you're kicking butt, taking names, being bold already, being courageous, being fearless already, I just want to put that aside over here. Because you got that handled, you don't need me. Okay? I actually want to talk about the things where you might need me. Okay? You might need me. Anybody can have an expectation, anything they want, right? Exactly. Right? I can ask you guys anything. I'd like everyone now to get naked. Right? And everybody in the room has an opportunity to say yes or no. See, this is what's cool. We're all over 18, and we get to say yes and no. Isn't that cool? We get to say yes and no about what we want to do and what we don't want to do. And so do our parents, so do our coworkers, so do our bosses, so do our friends, and so do our family. They get to say yes and no too. If we're all adults, we all have permission to say yes and no. Isn't that neat? But how many people really get that? I mean, so many of us, ladies in the house, we know that we have a tendency to manage everything, right? We know what he needs, we know what she needs, we know what they need, we got it all worked out, get everybody's... But how many people cleaned the house, did the laundry, packed some groceries before you came here this weekend? Right? I got to make sure they have everything they need before I set myself free. Right? I got to get the groceries. I mean, they can't do it themselves. Okay, if they're under 12, okay. Right? But if you got a maid at home, what are we doing? Grocery shopping, cleaning, making the beds, doing the laundry, every single solitary thing before we even get out of the house. Somehow that's our payment for a weekend alone. We got to prepay. Is that not how it feels? Right? We got to prepay. Right? Well, ladies, we're not allowing the people in our life to stand up for themselves. You know, how we contribute to that keeps that in place. I want you to occupy your life, right? But most of us are thinking out there, right? We're worried about out there. We're wondering how they're doing. And we judge our life based on out there. Do they love me? How am I doing? Am I being respected? Am I being appreciated? Am I being loved? Where I want us to go today, ladies, is I want you to hear this, because what I'm about to say is radical. I want you to love yourself more, and yes, write this down, love yourself more. I want you to love yourself more, and we'll talk about love if you like, because that's a really, love yourself more than you want to be liked, admired, accepted, respected, or desired by another human being. I want you to love yourself more than you want to be liked, admired, accepted, respected, or desired by another human being. Now imagine if that was your mindset. I'm not talking about cutting the people off in your life. I'm not talking about giving up your obligations. I'm talking about including yourself in your own life. I want you to include yourself in your own life. I actually want you to have opinions about just about everything. I want you to know who you are in every situation in your life, rather than looking at your life from the external, from out there. I want you to actually know what's going on with you. I want you to actually, how do I figure out who I am here? Who am I now? Who am I now with a breakup? Who am I now when I live with my parents? Who am I now when I'm frustrated in my career? Who am I now when I'm not doing what I love every day? Who am I? And what fear is giving itself permission to live my life? What fear is giving itself permission to live my life? Because the feeling you are afraid to feel, ladies, is the feeling that you are afraid to feel is running your life. The feeling you are afraid to feel is running your life. The feeling you are afraid to feel is running your life. Right now, I just want you to say, repeat after me, and we'll end this way. I'm willing to practice loving myself a little bit more each day. I'm willing to practice loving myself a little bit more each day. I'm willing to practice loving myself a little bit more each day. Now, ladies, it's up to you to be fearless. Thank you very much. Thank you.